Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen with the weekly news and updates on the project for the week ending the 20th of January 2019. Star Citizen Alpha 3.4.2 is currently live, fixing among other things the weapons exploit issue where you could stick all the guns you wanted on your ship, you crazy monsters. The next major patch is 3.5 and that's coming at the end of March 2019. There is a possibility we could see a 3.4.3 patch before that, addressing a few of the current bugs in the persistent universe, because there are some that are quite annoying. The 3.5 roadmap has been entirely overhauled with a host of new features, but notably a delay to Salvage version 1. If you'd like to see the full changes, I do have a video on that linked below, but there's a whole host of new features there. CIG responded to Salvage, moving off 3.5 and off the roadmap in general, actually, because it's not currently on the roadmap at all, saying, "Hi there, I've noticed a handful of comments calling out confusion that Salvage was removed entirely instead of simply moving to 3.6. This is because the team is still currently going through additional planning for our 2019 milestones. While it was clear that Salvage wouldn't make 3.5, where it will land is still actively being discussed, and we plan on providing you all with an update as soon as we have one. This will likely be coupled with the larger update to the roadmap that adds additional columns and information coming in the very near future." We need a more expanded roadmap for sure. We've been stuck on 3.5 and 3.6 for a while, so it's very good that they said that. They also responded to someone asking why they didn't announce news like this earlier on ATV, because, you know, when you're waiting for a gameplay loop like Salvage, even if it's a very early implementation of it, it's still a big disappointment if they tell you a few weeks before the actual patch is supposed to go live, or it's been on the roadmap for a very long time. Why didn't they tell you sooner? Again, they responded. We absolutely agree, and I'm happy you called that out. To be entirely candid, we were just saying the same thing internally. We've actually done just this on several occasions, not just for the object container streaming change, recognized the positive sentiment for doing so, and plan on doing it more often in the future. This was something that we considered doing for this week's episode of Around the Verse 2, but due to the ongoing planning, the information dissemination didn't quite make it in time for our ATV filming schedule. So let's have a look at ATV, a quick summary of that. Gravlev and hover bikes. So the new flight model will also have hover bikes being affected straight away in 3.5. So they're going to be hugging the ground more and acting a bit more like a jet ski in regards to friction. You won't be able to fly around planets with these Gravlev vehicles anymore. They are locked to the surface, so they will hover, obviously, but you can still use them in space as literally a spacecraft of some sort. Obviously, they don't have a quantum drive or a jump drive of any kind. You can adjust the height when on ground to a small extent with control and space. So the higher you are, the less grip you have, but the lower you go, the more grip you have, but you are more in danger of hitting obstacles. And the idea of the Gravlev sort of like model now is to feel the bike, but also be in danger of rough terrain. You don't want to keep on going over very rough terrain. It's not going to entirely protect you, the fact that you hover. Female models, they are currently getting all the animations for the female character finished off for 3.5. Some are feminized versions of the male animations, others morphed directly from male animations, but for the unique female skeleton and model. ArcCorp's moons were shown off, Walla and Lyria. They are looking awesome and cool, very icy and gemmy. The fan kit. So a new Star Citizen fan kit came out with various bits of music, logos, background, as well as clarification on what CIG will and won't allow for fan websites and fandom stuff. You aren't allowed, for example, to sell merch with CIG logos on, for example, and fan projects should not be behind paywalls. I'll link the fan kit page down below. The sneak peek in the newsletter this week appears to have been subcomponents and items. These items will be placeable in like power plants and other ship components to give them different effects. So they might improve stats in one area and reduce them in another, that sort of stuff. Also, you're going to be using subcomponents to repair by taking out a broken component and placing in a fixed one, or one that works, I suppose. Idris updates. The Idris M&P will be able to equip the same items and equipment, even the big railgun if you can find one. There are going to be shipyards for capital ships where you can buy, change out items and service capital ships. There will be insurance for items and equipment in the future. The Idris K kit and the Star Kitten Dragonfly will retroactively be given LTI. I mean, I think they actually already have been. They are looking to reduce travel time down to planet services. They talked about it taking 3 minutes rather than 10 minutes, which would be very useful. Don't mind long distance travel times. Actually, I quite like the idea of them as long as there's things to do eventually, and there will be eventually. But I don't want to spend ages going down to the surface of a planet and then ages going back up, especially when I'm going around the same planet. So I'm going to have to keep on traveling up and down for 10 minutes a time or whatever, 5 minutes a time, just to get to the other side of the planet. The CIG versus Crytek lawsuit. Crytek had a chance to amend its second amended complaint, but has decided against it, leaving any remaining case that Crytek had with CIG pretty damn weak at best, having the core of its case already dismissed. Hashtag not a lawyer, but when we previously talked about it, we said Crytek might amend their case to try and get around some of the deficiencies that they had, but they've chosen not to do that. I'll keep you up to date with anything else that happens with that, but it looks reasonably dead in the water. There is going to be a BritisonCon in the UK again this year, details to follow soon, and we are pretty sure, at least I am pretty sure, that CitizenCon will be UK based this year too. Something I actually forgot to talk about, I suppose I should now, the Squadron 42 roadmap, player locomotion, the stair improvement stuff, NPC healing, and procedural asteroids V2 have all moved to Q2 from Q1. Expect to see more of the Q1 and Q2 stuff being put into 3.6 as well, because obviously the update for 3.5 included a lot of the stuff for Q1 Squadron 42 that was subsumed or absorbed into it. If you've got any questions about the news and anything we discussed today, then please chuck them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Every month we have a giveaway for a Star Citizen ship. For January, we have a standalone Anvil Carrack, the mighty explorer vessel. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning is be subscribed to my YouTube channel and then comment on any of my videos released during the month. You can find more details in the comments below. If you don't have a gaming PC yet, or you are upgrading, instead consider Shadow Cloud Gaming. They allow you to leverage the powers of the internet to stream a high-spec Windows 10 environment to any other PC, Mac, or device like a smartphone or tablet. It is working really well in Star Citizen's 3.4 branch, and be sure to use the code BoredGamer if you do decide to check it out to get a discount. Links below. For those of you wanting to support the channel further, there is Patreon, and I will be looking for an alternative platform as well for people that have requested that. But in addition, or as an alternative to that at the moment, there's the YouTube channel memberships, literally the join button below this video, or direct donations via the links below as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really does help me. Any feedback or opinions is greatly appreciated and helps guide the channel working out what content is a good idea to put out next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.